T-minus 15 seconds. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We have main engine start. 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Liftoff of the 25th Space Shuttle mission, and it has cleared the tower.
I don't know what I'm doing here. You don't know what you're doing here. We all have our notions about the actual nature of this fluttering lack of awareness, but the result is the same. Whether you're young and naive, or old and lost in a changing world, or maybe you're a simple person who doesn't need to ponder too deeply on the why of things to enjoy your time, or an incredibly abstract person obsessed with pontificating the nature of everything, or you're a soul bound in infinite karmic cycles, gaining and forgetting with new lifetimes and identities, or you're a mortal human, created by a loving God existing for the first time as a blip on a timeline that spans from Eden to the kingdom of heaven. Or you're a scientist who spends their time pursuing provable and demonstrable knowledge, and possibly has a grasp on how little they truly comprehend. Or you're just too busy to spend time asking the question, because you're just trying to get by, when that seems to be harder every day. The result is the same. You are here, I am here. Here we are. And what a lovely, ghastly, beautiful, wretched, dazzling, monotonous, joyous, heart-wrenching, uplifting, shameful, and sacred place here can be. That's a bit of the trouble, isn't it? If this place, wherever you find yourself inhabiting it, and however you perceive it and act accordingly, can manifest in so many different ways, and we ourselves are such vastly different, but obviously interconnected beings, how could one possibly be expected to understand just why the hell they're here? Well, that's up for conversation, or debate if you're the competitive type, and it has been for thousands of years, including the vastest range of people, professions, places, eras, and languages. In my opinion, it's a question that every single human on Earth has to ask and answer in their lifetimes. I don't believe that by some moral decree, or developmental law, or political statute. I believe in a fundamental way, a very distinctly human way, we all ask and answer it all the time. Why are we here? To do what we do. If we find something worth doing, we do it. If we can't do it, we do things that lead to being able to do it. And if we don't find it worth doing, we won't do it. No matter how much we may think we want to, or think we should find it worthwhile to do it, or feel guilty for not doing it, the result is still the same. The thing does not happen. Now, this is not to say people cannot be coerced or manipulated into doing something, but even then, that requires a hijacking of the senses and misleading someone to believe that acting in the way they are being led to will be worth the effort in some way. Maybe it's to avoid a negative consequence. It still requires the person to find that avoidance worthwhile. In my observations, many huge swarms of people will at some point or another perform this sort of deception upon themselves, always to their detriment, myself absolutely included. We convince ourselves of a pleasurable future event, thinking things like, if I just get this job, I'll finally be doing something worthwhile again. Or, I really need to be hitting the gym more, then I'll feel more confident. Or, I really wish I had time to read more books. We think to ourselves that if we could do this thing, or set of things, wherever it or they may be at the time, it will fill us with the contentment and peace we lack in our lives. But the love of a friend has never come from a forecasted future, nor has an intimate moment between a husband and a wife, nor the clouds lining up in the shape of a butterfly on a walk in the park, nor the realization and satisfaction of one's own strength upon completing a physically demanding task, nor the actual act of sitting down and getting absorbed into a wonderful book. We may conjure up images of these delights in our minds, but they are illusions. These things are experienced only in the present moment. They are only given worth by our awareness that they are happening, and we are so terribly awful at being aware of what is happening. We drown in depressions, remembering past joys, and lock ourselves in a state of fearful dread, with anxieties about the future, and we spend precious time living, quote-unquote, in the futures that we conceive as positive, when they aren't positive or negative, except for in the sense that they prevent us from appreciating the present moment for what it is. That is the cruel paradox of this question. Why am I here? To ask it is to blind yourself to its answer. Stop asking. Just observe and appreciate. Your life will always bear the fruit of its seed, but if you don't stop examining the roots to taste the fruit, you will never be satisfied with the condition or nature of the tree. I hope that by the end of reading this, you will put down your device with a perspective of awareness and presence. Now pause for a second. Listen to that sentence carefully. I hope that by the end of reading this, you will put down your device with a perspective of awareness and presence. I, without trying, have demonstrated my own point on accident. I announced a message of detaching from thoughts and worries and ideas in order to appreciate the places we find ourselves, and then immediately cast out a forecast, the I hope in that sentence, for the future which I attached my present joy to, instead of just being content with the process of writing itself, which I've otherwise been quietly content with up until that point. That's the folly of being human, I suppose. Thank you very much for watching or listening. Until next time.